Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Chef Jay Green's podcast show, Floor 203. I don't know what we're even calling it yet. But today, man, we have a lot of sports action to talk about. Not really, to be honest. Honestly, I'm not even going to try to go too fast. I got my TikTok account here. I'm on my other TikTok account. I want to switch them. I got my main TikTok page. I found my password. I got like 300 followers on it. Maybe I'll get back into that. But Trey Hendrickson. First thing we'll get into today, man. Trey Hendrickson finally wants to go sign his extension with the Bengals. And honestly, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. But, I mean, this Bengals team is not bad. It's just going to be really, really tough this year because the division is so stacked. Because with the Ravens, I mean, the Ravens are what? Ravens are going to be an automatic 13-3. I mean, like, what if we go look at the Ravens schedule? First game they're going to be playing, we can go through real quick. We're going to do a win-loss. I'm not going to break down every game. But so they play the Bills. Say they lose. They beat the Browns. They probably beat the Lions at home. Then they play the Chiefs. Damn. Okay. 2-2. You got 3 wins. Beat the Rams. You beat the Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers. Their schedule's honestly not super easy. Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. I mean, that's not an easy closeout. I mean, that's not like a guaranteed, like, that's not free, you know. So that could be a challenge. I mean, maybe they're not a guarantee. Maybe they're not 13-3 this year. Maybe they're closer to like, they're gonna be at least 12-5. I'm at 13-4, by the way. Sorry, I forgot 17-game season now. So I mean that's kind of tough too. But with the Bengals, their defense last year was so bad because they literally had such a dominant offense. No real run game either. But to be able to be so dominant in the run game or so dominant in the passing game and so dominant in general, and you're losing games 44-47, like, it's kind of crazy. It really is. Let's see. I'm really hoping, though, that we'll be able to see the Steelers do something this year. It's going to be so difficult, though. Like, that's the only thing that I can really think about. Because if we go look, and let's go to, can I click just the AFC North now? We'll go look at the Bengals roster. And then it says, good for them, though, I guess. Because, honestly, so he has a $30 million contract this year. And he's able to go into free agency next year. Okay, so unless he's franchise tag. But I don't think the franchise tag is probably a super likely thing. So, I mean, he's probably just going to be... Where would he even go, man? Because he's going to probably have what? I don't think he's going to have another 17-sack season. I don't think he's going to lead the league this year. It's probably going to be Myles Garrett. Micah, if he would come back, I don't know if he'll be coming back at all, though, because, Jerry Jones still has not, like, let's go see. Maybe there'll be a little bit of news, but I don't think Jerry Jones has done nothing at all. And let's see, 16 hours ago, it says Parsons will need ramp up after return. It says Micah Parsons will have a ramp up, could have limited week 1 workload. It says Jerry Jones takes slide dig at Micah Parsons contract standoff. Literally nothing. Bro, they literally play in like 8 days. Like, it blows my mind. And you're playing the Eagles too, so it's like if you have him going out there for half a game, I mean, what's he about to do? What is nothing? I mean, there's nothing you can do. But we don't care about that. We like to see the Cowboys struggle. So hopefully Micah can get his money. But with the Bengals, I mean, your receiving core is so nice, especially with having T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and then Let's see. You got Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant. Mike Gesicki. I swear they had a different tight end last year, right? Or am I tripping? I feel like because Mike Gesicki was he on the Patriots last year? Because I could be mistaken. But I mean, I don't know. Like if we had to look at the NFC North. Now, of course, I don't have it pulled in front of me, so I don't have a screen, by the way. Like I want to get a little display screen where I can show y'all what I'm looking at, but it's so small, like doing vertical streaming. I don't know. But like the division, you have the Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. Who's going to win the division this year? Because like honestly, the Steelers, I'm a big Steelers fan, of course. And I'm not trying to have any bias because there's no point in being biased. Aaron Rodgers is 40, bro. Is he really about to like take us like to the next step? And first question of the day, we'll get back to this in a second. Is the NFL rigged? It says, we all know if Travis gets his ring this year since Taylor got hers yesterday. If the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl again, bro, I wouldn't be like surprised. But like last year, if they make it like they did last year, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because last year, bro, the Chiefs were not supposed to make the playoffs, in my opinion. Like, I mean, of course, you have to give them credit. You know, the blocked field goal. You got the Bengals, like the PI. All like you have these times where you are like clutch, you do get good calls, but like are you doing like 5% chance, and then you're still going out and winning these games, and you're playing like shit. You know, Mahomes didn't even play that good last year, you know, but his offensive line's better this year. His receiving core has another year developing. The defense is coming back healthier. Chris Jones isn't dealing with like a holdout or anything. He's coming back already, ready to go. That's tough. Because they're still going to be really good. But, I don't know. Some of that stuff looked so bad last year. Looked so bad. It's hard to say that it's, like, not rigged sometimes. Because especially with gambling, bro. Like, if you look... Here's the best thing I can say. If you look at the government, and I'm not getting political here. It's a sports page. There's so much corruption with money there. And so much stuff that's, like, rigged. Stock market, insider trading. You think the NFL or Vegas can't make a phone call, and it might not be for the whole game. It might not be scripted. But you think if the game is coming down and it's tied and you think they can't make that call? I would find it crazy to think that there's not a way that they could do it if they don't already do it at some point. Because if you see the money, it's just infinite money too. It's crazy with gambling how much money they're making. And to still have it rigged in some way. Because it cannot be just completely 100% all good. Especially with them bringing in the electronic chain game this year. That kind of sucks. Because I kind of like it because I think the accuracy will be really just pinpoint. And I think for years, I don't know how they're accurate. Like the chain gang, I don't know how they were accurate with measuring like the spots on the field. But if they want to say, like, oh, Patrick Mahomes got it by a eighth of an inch, who's stopping them from doing it, you know? Hey, I appreciate you, Harrison. I appreciate you. What's up? My fault, bro. I'm not looking at my chat right now. I was locked in. I was yapping. But, yeah, so it's going to be very difficult. But for the Steelers, our roster is very good, bro. Like, if we go look at our depth chart right now, just close your eyes for just a second. You have a quarterback, right, who last year was 8th in passing yards on a down year, 3,800 yards. He was 7th in touchdowns. He was 95th in interceptions. So a 28-11 ratio. And he was 25th in QBR on a down year. I'm not saying that he's going to be able, to be able to be MVP Rodgers. We're not getting 2022 Rodgers. But can we maybe just get 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks? Like, just rewind the clock a little bit. Because if you do that, bro, our depth chart, like our team is so deep and our defense is so good. Like, our defense is going to be a top 5 defense, almost guaranteed. And what's Chad saying? It says, will the Cowboys win a Super Bowl in our lifetime? I'll say it's hard to say because like that's a lot of time. Like that's 50 years. Like that's gonna be the whole NFL again. So everything that's happened in the NFL, we're gonna see again. Hopefully we live to be 70, 80, 90 years old. I don't think the Cowboys will win a ring or be in contention until Jerry Jones is no longer the owner. So do what you want with that, whether that's him selling the team. I don't think he'll be doing that. Whether that's him croaking over one day, he might be doing that. There's no way that they're going to be able to because his mindset is not about winning football games, and he's not a good GM. If he was a good GM, like if Jerry Jones was really a good football mind, everything that he says and does would not matter. Like Jerry Jones could talk to the media, talk all this shit about Micah Parsons if he wants. If he's winning football games and winning Super Bowls, like if say he won a Super Bowl in 2016, 2017, whatever, nobody's really going to be saying much right now. You know, now no, they're probably going to still be talking shit about the Cowboys because nobody really likes the Cowboys. No offense to my Cowboys fan watching. I appreciate the sub. But like, you know, Dak was a bust. A bust. I think that's a little aggressive. I don't think Dak Prescott by any means would be a bust. I would say when he broke his leg though. I mean, that does change a lot. But I think the ceiling, he didn't get as high as y'all would want. But bro, his peak wasn't bad. It's just that those playoff games, like it was just so underwhelming. Because if you go look at his stats, him compared to Patrick Mahomes last year, which Patrick Mahomes had a very down year, his numbers don't look bad. You know, like he doesn't look like a shitty quarterback. But everybody knows that he's not a top 10 quarterback. And I don't think that's too crazy to say. That's not disrespectful at all. I can name probably close to 15 quarterbacks. Dak Prescott would probably be what, the 13th quarterback? I mean, because like the Green Bay game too. The Green Bay Packers game was probably one of the saddest ways to go out, possibly ever. Because with the pit, bro, that game, and then the fact that like they tried to spin the narrative that it was like a 2-score game and it was like really close at the end, which it wasn't. And Dak's stats only look good because they were inflated due to the third and fourth quarter, you know. But I got a question for you though. How do you feel about Joe Milton being your backup? Because I feel like that's kind of a little bit of an exciting thing, you know, kind of like if Dak gets hurt, you do have a good quarterback to kind of like bring it back. And no, I agree with you 100% with Jordan Love being a Hall of Fame quarterback too. I don't think there's no doubt in my mind, Jordan, as long as he doesn't get hurt, because he has dealt with injury. You know, last year he was out for a little bit. As long as he stays healthy, bro, there's no way. He's so talented. It's crazy. And that Eagles game, when they lost to the Eagles in the playoffs, bro, that game was so sketch. Like the fumble, y'all remember the fumble at the beginning of that game? Wherever the Packers had the ball, but then the Eagles got it at like the 10-yard line to start it. And then they get the ball at half too. And then the Packers receiver core got hurt. They were at like their 6th and 7th receivers, bro. Like, it was crazy. And they still almost were able to win that game. And that was the Super Bowl champs, you know? I mean, if a couple plays go a little different, that game would have been so much different. I swear. What happens first, LeBron retiring or Rodgers retiring? I would almost go out of my way to say that it would be the same time. You know, because if you think Aaron Rodgers plays this year, well, actually, you know what? No, I lied. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers because this is his last year. But I see a world where Aaron Rodgers plays really good this year. He brings it back like a Brett Favre Vikings. That's what everyone's talking about. He goes for 30 and 10 with like 4,200 yards, whatever. And say we even win a playoff game. I'm not trying to hype ourselves up too much. I don't want to be like, say we're going to win the Super Bowl. But if we win a game, there's no way Aaron Rodgers is going to just walk away after that. Because he loves the attention. He loves playing. Like, he just loves playing football, of course, too. So, I think they could both retire at the end of next year. Because LeBron's going to be competing this year. Is he going to be competing next year, bro? I hope he's playing 3 years. I hope it's Aaron Rodgers. I do. But I don't want LeBron to return the next 2 years. Plus, bro, LeBron might be going to the Warriors. Like, what do we think about that? Like, I think that is. Let's see if there's any update on that. Because I think, if anything. Bro, my dog is going stupid. But. Yeah, there's like so many stupid like trade rumors. And it would have to be a blockbuster. And what would the trade package even be right now? It's going to be with Draymond Green, right? It's like. I mean, if I'm Golden State, I guess I would take that, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen. No, like LeBron, if LeBron was smart, and I guess LeBron's making as much money as possible. No, it says bro, hell no. It says the Lakers get Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Podziemski. Bro, shut up. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, what are we? We are so deep into the offseason. LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Gabe Vincent for Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Podziemski. I mean, Rui Hachimura is nice now. Rui Hachimura is really nice. LeBron James is nice too, but I mean, bro. Damn, let me think, chat. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Gabe Vincent for Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Podziemski. Now, they don't like Jonathan Kuminga, so that's like a toss-in, kind of. It'd be a sign-and trade. And that would probably help the money match a lot. I mean, I'm assuming, because that's the only way you could do this. It's either going to be Jimmy Butler or Draymond Green. I'd be so shocked if they did that. Did I hear that Mr. Beast is doing a LeBron versus Jordan one-on-one video? How? You're going to be some AI Mr. Beast. I'm going to look this up. Mr. Beast epic one-on-one. Why am I seeing this on August 5th? Mr. Beast ignited a frenzy by suggesting a one-on-one basketball game between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Bro, what? Bro, LeBron would put Jordan in a nursing home. Bro, oh my God. Like, imagine that shit, though. Like, you see LeBron come up. Stop. Off backboard. Like, he did the lively, bro. You think Michael Jordan... No, I'm just kidding. I know that's just a joke. But that shit would literally... I think it would kill somebody. Like a 50-year-old man. If he just gets yammed on like that, bro, that's like a car crash. Like, you could literally have, like, severe body harm. I don't know. I'd hate to be the one that would have to take a dunk on LeBron, though. Oh, Jordan would probably just start talking shit. LeBron's just going back down and start crying. That'd be pretty funny, though. But, no, LeBron, in their prime, though, it would be so hard. I mean, I'm not going to debate this. I don't like talking Jordan, LeBron, because it's so subjective and everyone has, like, different opinions about it. But it would be LeBron all day. Like, just a one-on-one setting. LeBron James, just by his size, his weight, his speed, like, if you go look at 2008 to 2012 LeBron, just look at the stuff he would do when it gets late, bro. Like, he would go full speed, 4-3, hop, pro step, boom, dunk it from, like, the fucking free throw line. There's nothing that Michael Jordan would be able to do against that. I don't care, because he's not even, like, that strong. Like, MJ got stronger once he got out of the 90s, you know, through the Pistons, 92, 93, after the first three-peat. So it'd be really hard, because LeBron would just be able to baby him. But it says, who wins in a game, Curry or Caitlin Clark versus Luka and Angel Reese? Again, like, that's a really tough one, because if you had to think, so there's going to be no switching. So if there's going to be screen set, they're not going to switch, because if you get a switch with Steph Curry and, you know, Angel Reese, obviously that's cooked. Speed goes to Caitlin Clark and Curry. Size goes to Angel Reese and Luka. If it's make it, take it, if Luka and Angel Reese got the ball first, I don't know if anyone would be able to like stop him. Because if Luka's backing down Curry, Angel Reese is kind of butt though. And plus, how tall is Caitlin Clark's not like super short, right? Because Angel Reese is only 6'3". What's her height? Yeah, I mean Caitlin Clark's 6 foot. I would say Luka. No, never mind. Sorry. I would say Caitlin Clark and Curry because I think Caitlin Clark would win her matchup so dominantly against Angel Reese. Pardon me. And I think Curry will definitely be able to hold his own against Luka because Luka's defense also is cooked. Like he's not going to be able to guard Steph Curry, and I think Steph Curry has a better chance of guarding Luka. Maybe. I mean, skinny Luka is a thing now too. So I mean, maybe I'm actually just completely wrong. But back to, damn, we were stuck on the Cowboys, and now we were stuck on. We didn't even get to the back. Let's get back to NFL. Let's get back to the AFC North, and let's see who we think's gonna win the division. So we got our basketball talk. So we're back to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, the defense, really good. Back to what we were saying. We have Jaylen Warren at running back right now, who last year put up. Now we're looking at preseason stats. All right, bro. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. 2 carries for 3 yards. Pretty solid. And then last year we have 500 yards on 4.3 yards a carry with 120 carries. That's not too bad, honestly. That's really not too bad. Only 15 games played, 1 fumble. I like really what he's going to be able to bring to the table this year because he's always been a really solid running back, in my opinion. And I think he's a great receiving back, too. I mean, he's spaced on the floor tremendously, So he's going to add a lot of depth to the backfield, especially for Rodgers. He needs that. And then we got Caleb Johnson, who I'm pretty sure was a rookie we drafted this year, right? 6'1", 224. He had 24 carries for 94 yards during 3.9 yards a carry. Well, I mean, that's not too shitty. Okay. I mean, not too bad. It says his percent change in the last 7 days has been 1.7%. It says he's going up. It says he is 85% chance to be on the roster. He did get rostered. He's our backup running back. It says ESPN fantasy projection. It says Johnson was selected by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 3rd round of April's draft. He's not super fast. He ran a 4.57 40-yard dash. So he's just going to be kind of like a Najee Harris heavy back replacement. So we're basically doing the same thing, but we're having a rookie Najee who's probably a little bit more talented in the backfield, a little quicker. Because Najee Harris, I swear to God, I don't care what you say, Najee Harris was slow as shit. It just looked so weird. Especially because he was so big too. But he didn't look Derrick Henry fast. He looked like, I don't know, Skylar Thompson fast. I don't know. Skylar Thompson, is he quick? I don't watch a lot of Skylar Thompson rollouts. But then again, Broderick Jones, our offensive line, that's my biggest concern because, Broderick Jones last year, if you could even comprehend the amount of piss me off that he would make you go through in a single possession. Holding. Everything. Illegal man downfield. Offsides. Face mask. Roughing the quarterback. I don't know. Literally anything. Personal foul, anything. He was doing it all last year. And his backup's already questionable. But I do like McCormick and I do like Frazier. I don't know much of our offensive line besides that. I'm not very familiar. I'm not looking too deep into it. But then our defense, we got Cameron Hayward. And then we got TJ Watt, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Alex Highsmith, Darius Slay. Darius Slay, last year, I'm not saying that he was... how was he last year? Because I'm not saying it would be great. 14 games played, 39 tackles, 10 assists. Any interceptions? no interceptions last year, but he had 2 the year before that, and he had. So we're probably gonna get a. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. But he is old, bro. He's 34. Like, that is pretty crazy to think. Like, he is old as shit. Like, he is pretty damn old. But we have Joey Porter, Jalen Ramsey, Beanie Bishop Jr., who was a dog last year, locked up Aaron Rodgers shit, which was absolutely amazing. Nick Herbig, I don't know if that's how you say his last name exactly. Pardon me. But I know he's really nice. Who else on this team am I looking, like, forward to seeing a little bit? I don't know many of our rookies, to be honest. I'm trying to catch back up to football. I'm a little late because I was really in my basketball phase. But we got Scotty Miller on our special team. We got Scotty Miller on our receiving core, right? Yeah, Scotty Miller's our third receiver. I really like that one. You know, Aaron Rodgers, not really the Brady type, but he does like his white receivers, you know, the Jordy Nelsons of the world. Scotty Miller also, I think, is very solid. He impressed me a lot with what he was able to do in Tampa Bay, too. So, it is pretty nice. The latest news they have was 3 years ago by him. Damn. They put some respect. Latest news was 3 years ago? Bro. That's terrible. That is terrible. But, let's see. So yeah, our receiving core is honestly very solid this year. I really love DK Metcalf being able to come in, and I think he is going to be a more consistent more consistent George Pickens, because last year George Pickens really just was not cutting it. It was so inconsistent. The drama, you know, you would get a little like sparkle, razzle dazzle here and there with the one-handed catches, but I mean, like even with the Jets game, when he made that catch and he didn't just get his other foot down, you know, it would be like some simple shit that would just be like, bro. Like, come on, we're missing, like, some simple plays. And then he didn't like blocking a lot either, but he kind of started doing that a little bit. But DK, physical player, talks a little bit of shit. Calvin Austin, who I really love, who I think is going to be solid on this team. And then we got Scotty Miller, great 3. Roman Wilson, who's probably going to be that 3 by the end of the year. And then Ben Skowronek, who I'm pretty sure is absolutely waste. Maybe I'm tripping, though. Because what's his number? Because am I tripping? Because didn't he play... Okay, no, this is his first year was last year. And he actually wasn't terrible last year. I'm thinking of what was long hair buddy's name who caught the ball on the sideline on a kickoff and ran out of bounds? Whoever he was, I think he might have went to the Browns for a little bit. He pissed me off because, Lord, man, he was an idiot. Absolute idiot. But all right, let's see. Next topic we could talk about. So, let's finish the division order. It's just too tough. I'm going to go Ravens 1, Steelers 2, Bengals 3, Browns 4, and then we'll have all 3 teams making the playoffs this year. So that means Miami doesn't make the playoffs, the Patriots don't make the playoffs, and the Jets don't make the playoffs. And that would also mean that the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans don't make the playoffs. Which would also mean the Raiders or the Chargers wouldn't make it. Or no. How many teams make 1, 2, 3? Okay. Damn, that's actually pretty tough. That's pretty tough. Man, I don't even... It's going to be so tight this year. Your Titans going to win it all? I don't know about this year. I really do love what y'all got going on now. Especially since y'all finally could kind of get off Will Levis and y'all finally seem like y'all have a direction y'all are going to. Like Cam Ward, I think, is going to be a good talent, no doubt. And then Tony Pollard, I think, is great to have on the team this year. Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson, not so much, not super excited about. But, you know, you still have like Bryce Oliver as your 4th. I mean, you got some young guys. coming in the backside. Pause. 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 But Tyler Lockett, I like a lot. Pause. That was actually crazy, bro. I usually don't have like moments like that. But I know you got Xavier Woods, Amani Hooker, Sneed. I like the defense. I mean, Simmons is still solid. Sweat's still solid. You know, Johnny Hecker's your punter. Everyone loves Johnny Hecker. I didn't even know that was y'all's punter now. Shout out to Johnny Hecker. Johnny Hecker played for the Rams, right? Back in the day. He's been in the league for so long. He's 35 years old now. 14 years in the league. Shout out to Johnny freaking Hecker. Yeah. St. Louis Rams. 2012 all the way to 2021. Then he played with the Panthers. Pretty sure I watched him miss a kick when I went to one of their games last year. Yeah, it is unfortunate because Ryan Tannehill, y'all should have moved off of Ryan Tannehill so much earlier than y'all did. Ryan Tannehill was so ass, so mediocre. Like, I don't know why he was even, like, relevant. Like, it just did not make any sense to me. Especially after he took that hit against, who was it, Bud Dupree, who hit him in the Dolphins game. Probably, I think it might have been 2017. It was the playoffs. Yeah, we won that playoff game, I'm pretty sure. And ever since then, I mean, it was never good for him since then. He got his ass laid out. I'll never forget that. That was one of the worst hits I probably, maybe not ever seen. That was pretty bad, though. Let's start previewing week 1 then. Because we got through a few games yesterday. We could do an ESPN pick'em. I probably need to be keeping up with that anyway this year. Where's pick'em at? All right. What are we looking at? I'm not going to play college pick'em. Why can't I just get the regular pick'em? Hold up. There we go. Oh, it's doing over. Oh, we could do the wins for the season. Do we want to do this, chat? Hey, what's up, Courtney? How you doing? We could go through these pretty quick. It says the Baltimore Ravens over or under 11.5 wins. I'm going to take the over. Bills 11.5 over. Chiefs 11.5 over. Eagles 11.5 over. Bengals 10.5. 10.5 wins for the Bengals. Probably over, but I'm going to take the under because I think the Steelers and Ravens make the playoffs. 10.5. Lions over. Chargers 10.5. I'm going to say under because I think they finished last this year. I don't know, though. They're not a bad team, but I think the Broncos finish above them. I'm doing all right. I missed my first day of school today because I woke up late. But I thought I'd come stream, make up for it. And then, yeah, I'll take the under. Rams, 10.5 wins. I think the Rams get to 11 wins. I think the Rams are going to be nice. I'm going to take the over. Yeah, I'm not going. Steelers are at 8.5 wins. Steelers are going over. We're not going to have a losing record, so I think putting that as a chance is kind of disrespectful. But I want to get to the week 1 part. I don't really care about the over-under on wins. I'm not a gambler. Where do I even go? Am I tripping? There we go, baby. Okay, we got pick 'em now. We just got standard pick 'em. So week 1, we got the Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles are a favorite, minus 340. I think that's just going to be a blowout. And then we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Chargers. I'll have to take the Chiefs, especially since it's opening week. I don't think they're going to start off with an L first week. And then we have the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Atlanta Falcons. Mike Evans. Mike Evans back already? I'm pretty sure Mike Evans is back. Chris Godwin is not back. Michael Penix, bro. Kyle Pitts have a breakout week 1. Can they do it? Wait, y'all think they can do it? I think there's a chance that they would be able to. I don't think it would be out of the ordinary. Let's see. Can I edit this? Give me 1 second. Hey, we had 102 viewers on TikTok. Shout out to my TikTok. Don't get no viewership. Oh, let's see. Try to just change the title of the stream real quick. Let's see. Because we're doing week 1 preview. All right, solid. All right, so first game that we got, and we've already went through the 2. We have, I'm going to say the Falcons are able to pull this one out. I think their defense, and with Kyle Pitts, I think it'll be a little bit of an upset. And I think it's going to be a sign that the division's getting better, and I think it's going to be real close between them this year. And I think the Bucs probably win the second matchup because I don't think the Falcons would sweep. But last year, if he can just be consistent, because Kirk Cousins was so good in that one game, bro. That game, that was probably close to game of the year. And then we got the Bengals versus the Browns. The Bengals are winning, bro. There's no way. If Joe Flacco, the season's over. Like, you really got to end the season if you have Joe Flacco beat the Bengals week 1. I swear to God. If Joe Flacco is able to pull that shit off and go beat the Bengals week 1 because their defense is so ass, that'll blow my mind. But I'm going to have to take the Bengals here. Next up, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Indianapolis Colts. And truthfully, you're going to have Daniel Jones as your starting QB. Tua. Tyreek coming back. I'm going to go with the Colts. Rock out with the Colts and Jonathan Taylor. You know, Daniel Jones isn't the worst quarterback of all time, but he's not good either. But with this team, and they got good weapons, they got a solid defense, they'll be able to hold their... That Miami Dolphins team is kind of mid right now, going through a lot of changes. I'll go with the Colts. And then we have the New England Patriots versus the Las Vegas Raiders. That's actually a really good matchup because last year, both of those teams looked like they were tanking, but this year, it looks like they low-key could be, maybe not super competitive, but they definitely could be in a realm of contention. At least getting like 8 wins, you know. I don't know. Let's look at this Raiders roster right now. Because if we go take a peek, look at the depth chart. Geno Smith, QB1. They just signed Kenny Pickett, QB2. Aiden O'Connell is hurt right now. And then Ashton Jeanty, who has looked really solid, to be honest. You know, maybe not really solid in most people's eyes. You know, he's not rushing for a lot of yards per carries right now. He only had 12 carries total for 37 yards. But he's going to be a problem this year. And then you have Jacoby Myers, Amari Cooper, Trey Tucker, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer. I'm just saying, though, you don't have any depth at receiver, really. You only have 5 receivers total, which is kind of crazy. There's no way they only have 5 receivers total on the whole roster. I feel like I feel like there's usually like 7 to like 9, a little bit more. Maybe I'm tripping. Um, and then their defense. I mean, with Max Crosby, they had a really good defense. They did have a good defense. They could make some noise, man. I think they could beat the Patriots. I think they could beat the Patriots because let's go look at the New England Patriots roster too. Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, questionable. Stephon Diggs, questionable. Will Campbell, dog. Shout out Will Campbell. But the offensive line, I don't think is like great. Defense is okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll go with it, man. That'll be it. We will be taking the Las Vegas Raiders to win. And it says, who is KB? And then the Arizona Cardinals versus the New Orleans Saints. Go with the Cardinals. The Saints don't have a quarterback. The Saints actually might win 2 games this year. I mean, honestly, they really only might win 2 games this year. And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Jets. I'm going to go ahead and rock with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think our offense, week 1, at least for the first half of the season, I think that's going to be our peak. Because if Rodgers gets hurt, it's going to be over. I mean, there's no chance we have anything happening if anyone really gets hurt. So we're healthy right now, so we're going to be dominant. Giants versus Commanders. Commanders are going to wipe the floor with the Giants. They should at least. I'd be very surprised if they don't. And then got the Carolina Panthers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers. I think Bryce Young's going to be able to come out there. I'm really excited to see what Travis Hunter's going to be able to do. But I'm very excited to see what Bryce Young is able to do. Because the way he was able to finish last year and still be super confident and not be deterred. And then, I think he's going to have a pretty solid year. And I think they're going to come out hot. I really hope they do too because they need to win some games. I really would like to go this year and then be competitive. Because there's no reason why they couldn't win the division this year. And I mean all honesty too. Because it's not like this division is something super special. I mean, are we sitting here thinking that this team is about to... I mean, if they win 9 games, are we thinking the Bucks are going to win 12? Are we thinking the Falcons are going to win 12? 11? 10 even? I mean, it's possible. Titans versus the Broncos. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Broncos. Sorry. I really hope the Titans have a chance, but the Broncos are really favorite at minus 400. I'm a huge Bo Nix fan. That defense is looking like it could be a top 3 defense with the Steelers this year and the Eagles. I mean, it could be scary in Broncos world. Titans next year, maybe y'all have a chance. I don't think there will be too many times this year, though, where I'm going to be picking y'all to win a game. I'm sorry. No way y'all are going to be favored in probably any... I mean, hey, Cam Ward could be really nice coming in through the next half of the season because the first half's always going to be a little rough. He's not going to come out and throw for 6,000 yards. Got the 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to just go ahead and rock with the 49ers. That's kind of mid, though. Both of these teams are kind of mid this year. I mean, because the 49ers aren't... Is Christian McCaffrey healthy right now? You got to make sure before I say anything. Christian McCaffrey is a go right now. Okay, perfect. Make sure there wasn't nothing sneaking up. Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Jawan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Crowning, Sky Moore, Jacob Watkins. Brandon Ayuk is questionable. Oh, no, he's out. Sorry, listed out. I thought that was a Q. George Kittle. His team's not terrible. Brock Purdy really disappointed me last year. I really was not impressed with what he was doing. I mean, he only had, 3,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That game they lost against the Rams, that game that they lost against the Rams was probably one of the most disappointing. Wait, I'm not tripping, right? That they did lose. That was the last. Yeah, the Rams beat them 21-20. No, 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 no. I'm cap. I literally just cap. 24-27, and this is when the Rams scored 13 points in the fourth quarter, and they kicked a game-winning field goal. Brock Purdy who went stupid this game? Jawan Jennings had 175 yards and 3 touchdowns this game. Tutu Atwell had 4 receptions for 93 yards. Yeah, that's a crazy game. And then Matt Stafford literally didn't even play that good. I don't know how they lost this game. I cannot even remember. Jordan Mason, shout out to bro. Is he even on the roster right now? Because Jordan Mason was really good for that little stretch. He really was good. And then, I don't know. That's going to be a tough matchup. I'll go with the 49ers, though. And then we have the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are favored in this game, surprisingly. I want the Packers to win, but I think the Lions are just going to be more dominant coming out the gate. It's going to be close, though, because both teams are really nice. I think both teams have potential to get 12, maybe even 13 wins total for each team on the season, which I think has that ever happened? Two teams in the same division have 13 wins? I mean, you got the Bears in that division too. It's going to be tough to win 13 games. But shit, it could happen. Both of these teams are going to be very good. Next up, we got the Houston Texans versus the Los Angeles Rams. Go ahead and give me the Rams. Go ahead and give me the Rams. And then we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are a favorite, -120, not by much. In Buffalo, week 1, 820. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Plus, I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills, obviously. You know, I'm a Steelers fan, so we're not trying to see nothing bad happen. You know, we need our lead week 1 because, after that, end of the season, man, we got a tough schedule ending next year. So that's kind of something that worries me a little bit. But next up we have, on our Monday night game, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings are favored? Yo, these odds don't make sense. I get it that they have Justin Jefferson, but they have J.J. McCarthy, a rookie quarterback. The Bears are kind of hyped up to be a really good team this year. Am I tripping? I thought the Bears would probably be favored in this because I think the Bears are going to win this game. I hope they don't, though. I do actually. I hope the Vikings win. I'd love to see J.J. McCarthy just embarrass them, but I'm gonna pick the Chicago Bears, and I'm gonna say there's gonna be 53 points scored in this game, and it's gonna be 28. No, wait, what is 28-24? Okay, 52 points. And that's calling it. Week 1. I'll put my email address. Where y'all got my email address? Give me 1 second, chat. It says, we could not log you in. Please try again. I literally have never changed my password. Let me check my email, chat. Sorry. I just want to make sure I save this because I want to be able to go through it all year. I would like to actually have a solid record this year and kind of like keep track of it because every year I tell myself, this is the year we're really going to lock in and go through on fantasy picks. And we're going to track everything this year. And then I proceed to never do it past like week 4. So it'll kind of mess you up. And no email. There we go. I got it. I literally just typed it. Okay, bro. They're actually going to rage bait me. There's no way I typed it in wrong. Alright, there we go. So we got everything saved. Solid. Well, I'm probably going to just end up wrapping it up here. We have not had anyone talk in a second. We have been live for what? How long have we been live for? We've been live for 50 minutes now. We'll probably be live tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to do this every single day. It's going to be a little tough to start because the season is right around the corner. Then we're going to have a lot to talk about. But until then, let's go look at NBA real quick. I just want to make sure I don't miss nothing. But right now, I don't think there's any news breaking besides it was LeBron James. 2K does come out soon. Should we do a 2K stream chat? They're bringing back some... everything looks so good, bro. I hate that they're... Bro, how is 2K doing this, bro? Like, how are they doing it? Like, did they purposely make last year's game, like, super dog shit just to be, like, this year they just bring it back to a whole... Like, I don't know, because everything I've seen looks... The graphics look better. The movement looks better. The city, the maps, everything just looks better. They might have got me, man. They might have got me. There's a chance. But I don't feel like dropping 130 now. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. That is a lot of money. Y'all buying 2K this year, man? Because if I was streaming it, and if I was doing some vertical streaming, man, I feel like we could get some people watching some 2K. We could play the fuck out of some 2K. Get some subscribers on some 2K. And I would be really hyped to play it. What are we thinking? I think we get it, honestly. I think we get it. But make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe. Anyone watching, just joining in. If you're watching this and I'm not live right now, you're watching this after show, hey, man, leave a like and subscribe. I doubt anyone will be doing that. But I hope y'all have an amazing day, man. We might be live later. Any breaking news, bound to go live at any moment. So I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.